Cliffe explains the gospel to George Jenko using a fairy tale story. Watch to the end.
There once was a king who lived in a great castle. He had a son whom he adored. And one day he was playing with his son on the lawn behind the castle when suddenly he had to turn and talk to a servant. While they were talking, the little boy wandered off into the woods. After quite a long conversation with his servant, the king turned to resume playing with his boy. But he couldn't find his son. The boy had wandered off into the woods. They sent out search parties looking for the son to no avail. Couldn't find him. Late that night, the boy ran into some peasants. And the peasants looked the little boy in the face and said, "What's your name, kid?" He said, "Oh, I'm the prince. I'm the son of the king." And the peasants laughed and said, "No way. Your clothing is torn and tattered. You're filled with dirt. You're definitely not the son of the king." The peasants took the little boy home and he grew up with them. And then he got in with the wrong crowd. And he got so good at doing the wrong thing that he became the leader of the wrong crowd. And one day he committed a horrible crime. He was arrested. He was locked in a prison cell beneath a great castle. And he was to be executed the next day. Late that night, the cell door opened up and the king walked in. And the king looked into the young man's face and said, "I am your father. You are my son. You are free to leave through the open cell door." The young man gets up, walks to the open cell door, turns around, looks at his old man in the face and says, "Now I know you're stupid and senile. You think that by freeing me, I'm going to love you. No way." And he ran off into the night in defiance. The next day, the king was executed in the place of his son, for the king understood justice has to be honored in my kingdom. Someone has to pay the penalty for the crime committed by my son. I freed my son, but I will pay the penalty. Well, when the young man found out that his father had been executed the next day for him, how did the young man respond? I don't know. For the young man in that adult fairy tale is you and me. And the father in that adult fairy tale is God. And that's what the Bible reveals, that although you and I rebelled against God, although we deserve to be punished, Christ became a human being, bled and died on a cross to pay the penalty for our wrongdoing, to forgive us, and to give us the option of eternal life. Now the question is, how are you and I going to respond to that offer of eternal life, of life with God now and for eternity?
Still here at the end of the video? Give it a like, comment, and send it to a friend that needs to hear this.